8 or 9?
He was about 9 years old.
Yeah.
I got him off this half-caste guy called Clarky, and he was.
Do you remember Clarky?
Yeah. Do you remember he had?
Is he still alive now? Or?
I've no idea.
Somebody told me he died.
Well, I remember.
The week.
Who was it?
Don't know.
I think Alphonse. I think I remember watching one of Alphonse's.
Yeah.
And he said he's died.
Yeah,
But I heard it once before.
I'm not surprised though, for what?
I heard that he died, and then the next thing, I sees him walking down the street.
I thought you were dead. I thought
I had to hold the cover.
He used to take that much whiz. You see him with a big bag like that, and he had a big syringe.
A big syringe that.
Like a baby syringe that you put like
Calpol.
And then I heard he used to inject himself with it and fall asleep like that.
Oh yeah.
Go unconscious.
With this syringe still stuck in his arm.
God, he knew some characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit of an eccentric.
Right, come on, folks, we're on.
Right.
Tell us.
Oh, we're on, right.
Yeah.
Action.
Go on,
right,
action, folks. Action,
right.
get in action.
So what do I tell me?
Right.
Right.
Go on.
Well, it all began with me. It all started off with Reno.
Before me.
Yeah.
Before I met Julie. Around about 69. Right. And although I heard about it, Reno, it was Adge, good friend of mine, great friend. I'm not seeing much of him now. I'll have to. Which reminds me, I think I've still got his number. I'll have to give him a ring. But anyway,
leave him alone.
He was the first one to take me down to Reno, and we used to go to the Blue Note then. There was the Blue Note, there was the Twisted Wheel, there was Roundtree's.
Where's Roundtree's?
Roundtree's was, where the Marks and Spencers in town, Corporation Street?
Yeah.
Spring Gardens.
Oh, yeah.
It used to be around there.
Yeah.
Explosion, Tackies, all them places, I used to go to. And then someone said, I used to go to the Blue Note, and then we used to meet at the Gay Dolphin. Clarky, he used to come up with all his pills and tablets and all sorts. We used to get, let's go in, And then the Reno says, where can we go? So told me about the Reno. So I said, I'll have a go at that, I'll have a look at it. Went down with Adge, and I think Dennis Wilson, Paul Entwistle. It was all a clique.
Yeah.
There was the Brown family, Sammy Brown, Raymond Brown, Mike Brown, all them guys, It was all the clique because we all lived in Cheetham Mill.
Oh, okay, you're right, yeah.
Herbert Street. And all the streets off it were all named after trees. You've got Sycamore Road, you've got Thilmere Grove, you've got Lark Street. Can't even remember, it's that long ago. But anyway, all them, then we didn't have a bathroom in our house.
Yeah.
I had to go down to the baths at the bottom of Herbert Street.
Wow. Forgot about all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how long ago it was.
The old tin bath in the yard.
Yeah.
Sorry, I turned it off. You must have turned it off.
Turn the stuff back on.
Just turn it off.
Yeah, I met Billy Marble, Steve Davis, and I had this crazy bit of an afro. This was before the afro days.
Right.
Still had an afro.
Yeah. You'd be ahead of your time.
Yeah, and it was like Skiffles, we used to call them Skiffles.
Yeah.
Steve Davis said, we're downtown, Blue Note. So I said, yeah, where's the Blue Note? What's the Blue Note? So do you remember the Blue Note?
No, I'm too young.
Yeah, you are. Yeah,
just a bit out of the frame.
Yeah, I am as well.
Well, the Blue Note, it was like, because I didn't go to the wheel, I didn't go to the Reno at first. I was going to the Blue Note from the wheel, Twisted Wheel.
Where was the Blue Note then? A lot of people mention it.
The Blue Note was just as you get out of Piccadilly Gardens.
Yeah.
You're going down London Road.
Yeah.
Towards Piccadilly Station.
Yeah.
Well, the Blue Note was one of them streets going off Gore Street. It was called Gore Street, near where the old Dole used to be.
Oh yeah, near A-Town Street.
That's right. Yeah, near A-Town Street.
Yeah.
But it used to be on the back of it.
Right.
And then we used to go there. It was a little street. It was. And Blue Note, brilliant place.
Wow.
We used to all meet at the cafe across the road.
Yeah.
Where the beer cellar was.
Yeah.
There was a beer cellar. And where, do you remember Brewster's?
Yeah.
Well, that used to be, next to that used to be a cafe, the Gay Dolphin it used to be called. used to all meet out there, all the twisted wheel heads.
Yeah.
And we used to go to the Blue Note, go in there, you know, make sure we had some pet pills or whatever. You know.
What kind of music did the Blue Note play then?
It was a load of soul, you know, like Eddie Floyd.
Yeah.
Bring It Home to Me, Town Motown.
Yeah.
Junior Walker.
Yeah.
All them guys.
The All-Stars.
And the All-Stars, and then we used to go to the Wheel. It was the Blue Note or the Wheel. The Wheel was more tend to be more northern soulish.
Oh, okay. Where was the Wheel?
The Wheel was a bit further down where Whitworth Street is.
Okay.
You've got Whitworth Street,
Yeah.
and there used to be a police behind the fire station.
Yeah.
The old fire station. It used to be there. They used to have a police station opposite the Twisted Wheel. You used to always get them roaming round, you know, the street, especially with those guys, you know, wheeling and dealing with the pills.
And you used to run up the wall.
Oh, that was. I was going down there. I used to dance all over the place. So they said, come to the Reno. Sorry, not the Reno, the Blue Note. So we went to the Blue Note, and because I used I led a sheltered life. I used to stay in a lot. You know, when I was 16 and all that. The only club that I used to go to. The only club that I used to go to was a place called Chilton's.
I've not heard this one. Where's this?
And that was right at the other side, more going towards Prestwich.
Oh, okay. I don't know anything about that area.
They only sold Coca-Cola. It wasn't
Right.
licensed or anything. Because it was only about 15.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I didn't go to the Blue Note till I was about 17.
Right.
You know.
At what age did you go to the Reno then? Well, how old was you in 16?
About the same, about 18.
69.
About 16. About 17, I went to the Blue Note. A year after, started going to the Reno. Because I'm talking about.
So go on,
69.
tell us about your first night in the Reno. What was that like?
Oh, the first night when I went with Dads, I'd had a few pills live. Never even had a smoke then. You know, it was before they had all that. Oh, it's Sirash it was called.
Yeah.
So what's Sirash? He said, have some of this. I'm like, right. So the next thing he says, let's go down to the Reno. So where's the Reno? Down the Moss. Because he used to go into Shabeens. They used to have Shabeens on my doorstep in Cheetham Mill, you know, Hayward Street.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going in them when I was 13.
Yeah.
With some guy called Mickey Rooney. Mickey Rooney, not the film star.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, Mickey Rooney, Judy Garland. Go on.
Yeah, and all them. Yeah, I wish.
Yeah.
And you know, he went down there, and with that, I walked in, and then I thought it's a bit of a dingy place. This. I thought, whoa, you know, I couldn't see anyone. All the lights were out, and dark.
Yeah.
So I was a bit wary. Went in. And at first it was all like calypso-ish, bit of reggae, a bit soul, Tamil Motown more than anything. Music that I've never heard of.
Yeah.
Oh, this is alright. Then obviously when you've had a smoke, you've got your drink, and I didn't know anyone at first. And I seen a couple of guys that I'd seen from the Blue Note, and they said, oh, alright, yeah. And that was like that, we made friends, we had a drink together.
Who's the couple of guys, do you remember?
Well, like obviously there was Adge, and then I got to meet Danny, Brian, Phil Fawn. Well, I knew Phil Fawn from the Blue Note, and then Clark, Sid Thorpe, Roger King. Do you remember Roger King?
Yeah.
Roger King. He was the bully. He was a big guy. He used to go around sticking pins in the Blue Note when you used to be on the stage. You used to have a bit of a pedestal. Just going out sticking pins in you. To get you off the stage. Very small stage. I mean, the idea with the stage, they used to have groups on.
Yeah.
We used to have the stage and, you know, I used to dance on. I used to stick to get them all off so that we noticed. You know, the women. You know, I thought, oh, don't argue with him because he's a big lad. Sid Wolf.
Oh, Sid Wolf.
Sid Wolf, he was always pissed.
Yeah.
He was always pissed.
Yeah.
But then when he used to be drinking, he stood in the corner. Oh. Next thing, no one would mess with him. Sid, you know, because he knew all the
Yeah.
kung fu. Ray Buller was a good mate of mine. You know, and even to this day, I mean, his daughter, Nicola Buller. She says, you know what, you remind me of my dad. God
Oh.
bless him, yeah.
Yeah.
When he was
You know,
young.
when he was young. Because he was dead sharp.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of sharp guys in them days. You know, Les Williams, all sharp, you know, Ian Hadge. And then you've got...
What do you mean by sharp?
You know, sharp dresses.
Right.
You know, mohair suits.
Oh, God, man.
Mohair suits.
Yeah.
You know, and shiny shoes.
Wow.
Brogues, patent leather. The pants used to hang just at the right length. You know, not all crumpled up like they are today.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
And half of them now they're walking down with three pants falling down. You know, it was dead sharp, pressed. You know, it was just clean cut and everything. You know, Van Dykes like we've got now. Well, they're coming back, the beards.
Yeah.
It was all clean cut, clean. You know. And that's the way it was. It was good. It was good happy days.
So what? But so what did you think? You said it was dingy. You got used.
Oh,
to
the
it,
Reno.
drink.
Yeah, I'm going for
go
them
on.
place. Then all of a sudden, I've gone to Reno, stoned out of my head.
Yeah.
Walked in the Reno, and it's all like, you know,
Thick with
especially in the blues, thick with smoke, dark. But then you got a few lights there. You know, they've got the bar lights.
Yeah.
But you get used to it once you get to know it.
Yeah.
And it was repetitive for quite a while. And I said, oh, let's go down the Reno, The music was something else. Because I was into the music then, you know.
Yeah.
Because quite at an early age, I was doing a bit of DJing at Smith's. And, you know, I never got anywhere with it because, you know, went to the Explosion. Did you know the Explosion?
No.
That was another
Still
club.
Too young.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, the Reno for me, it was like a place where I couldn't do without, you know.
Wow.
And I was dead sick and sorry when it closed down. You know, I thought, wow, where are we going to go to now?
There's nothing like the Reno.
And all the guys that I met over the years going to the Reno, you know, I got quite close and it was like a family.
Yeah.
All a close family when we was all there. And it's one of them places you can go on your own.
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely.
You didn't need to go with people. You know, you could walk in, there's always someone that you'll see that'll let them to you, oh yeah, hang out with you, want them to drink.
And you're Johnny and Mike.
Johnny and
And
Mike.
what Mike did to you, the dreaded night.
Oh, I was always getting, I used to get myself in trouble.
Go on.
It was a troubled time because what happened once, I got that. I tried to get smoke. You know, I tried to get used to the smoke.
Yeah.
I could never get used to that smoke because I used to drink Carlsberg specials.
Oh, didn't we all?
You know, with Dennis, and you know what them Carlsberg specials?
Yeah,
are?
yeah.
The blackcurrant.
Yeah.
What blackcurrant? Pernod, maybe Pernod blackcurrant. Or Pernos, the Pernos.
Yeah.
I used to drink anything.
Yeah.
But I was younger, so you know, you game.
Yeah.
You know, and then the next thing, as soon as I had one smoke,
Go on.
it used to go right off my head. And it was strong in them days, it wasn't mixed.
So
like
how
it.
would you go right off your head? What would you do? Go on.
No, because, I don't know, because...
No, I mean, what does right off your head look like?
Well...
On the floor.
No, on the
right.
floor.
No,
I mean,
I can't be drunk and then have a spliff. I can start the two together,
yeah.
but I can't be drunk and then have a
I
spliff.
know. Well, you
Don't
either
mix.
choose...
Yeah.
Don't mix.
No.
Choose one or the other, because the
No,
thing
I
is...
I can smoke weed and drink together and go
Yeah.
like that. But if I'm already drunk and I have a weed, I just go under.
I know, well I did, I used to disappear.
Like a whitey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one of those.
Yeah,
one of those, yeah, literally. But, you know, like, I used to end up in the toilets, you know, many a time when I've gone like that, mixed with friends and, you know, even Frank and all them guys, you know, Frank Ferrari.
Yeah.
You know, I used to love Frank, watching Frank get on the dance floor.
with his moves. With his Frank
and then
moves.
you know, I used to just look around at everyone, and it used to amaze me. There was always something going on.
No, it was like that. There was always, you could just stand still and look around and there would be always something going on.
You know,
And you could do whatever you wanted
Yeah.
and be
it was a good
stoned
chill.
and nobody bothered. Nobody was looking at you because everybody was the same.
It was
Yeah,
a good
yeah.
chill out. It was a good chill out place.
And the music.
The music
Yeah.
was just
The music
out
was brilliant.
out this world.
Go on, Julie, tell us about your first night down.
I can't really before I met Ray, was with a guy called John Silva. He was a DJ, and he used to do various clubs like the Warehouse in Leeds, Nantwich, the studio in Nantwich, and he took me down.
And what year is this?
Oh gosh, about 81.
Okay.
Sometime around there before. It could have even been 79.
Right.
About 79. And the music was brilliant, like the Crusaders and John Benson, you know, the music side. And all the jazz funk. The music was so good. So when we'd been out, we used to go in there after till about, and it was brilliant because it was on till like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
But all I remember though was the toilets.
Oh, the women's toilets, man. Go on, tell us.
It was the worst experience of my life. And you've got to wait.
One toilet.
And then
when you've got to go, you've got to go.
Yeah.
It was basically, the family had been off my head, drunk. It was basically a death trap.
Yeah.
Because it was one way down. I remember the black guy at the door, pound.
Yeah.
You know, don't give him a pound. And it must have been latte.
I'm sorry to hear about it.
Yeah.
And
Cola's still looking well.
Yeah, he is.
I seen him at the funeral.
At Frank's funeral. He looked great.
He's looking marvellous, amazing. He went like that. He looked at me and he says, "Wow." And you know who else I thought looked really amazing?
Vinny.
Vinny is always looking.
Vinny, yeah, but Vinny, yeah, doesn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, but Benny.
Oh yeah.
Benny with the gold tooth.
Yeah.
Did you see him?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I went, Benny. You know, he always dresses, stands out, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That's what I like. I went, you know. And even, I'll tell you who I couldn't recognise, but he still looks well, and that's Bunny Williams.
Don't know him.
He was a sharp guy.
Short guy. Yeah, he was a good
cool guy. And then I seen him like that. Junior went like that. You know, little Junior.
Yeah.
I was hoping to bring him, but he always just comes down.
He's always at the house, Junior, all the time.
He comes to see me.
He's always moaning about his health, but he's all right, Junior.
I said, "Good, yeah, Junior."
I
said, "Don't remind me about my age."
Yeah. You know? No, some people love it, don't they?
Oh, he loves that.
No, some people just love it.
His mum's still alive in Jamaica.
Wow.
She's nearly 99, I think.
99, man.
Yeah, but anyway, this Bunny Williams, he was. I thought, have you changed your religion? Because he's got rasta locks.
Right.
Beard, full beard.
Oh, I know who you mean now.
Yeah, Bunny.
Yeah.
I thought, wow, but not good. He still looked good, healthy. He's got dead healthy eating. Still looks well. Still trains. You know, I thought, bloody hell. You know.
You sometimes look better when you don't start dyeing your hair and doing it.
Just go where you're going.
Yeah.
And be
whereas me, I bloody shaved it all off. But I mean, my hair's all grey. I mean, you can tell my beard's all grey.
Yeah.
You know, but I thought, I wouldn't mind having a bit of hair on my face, you know.
Yeah, so you don't feel naked.
You don't feel, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So go on, Julie, what did you think? So go on, you were on the loose.
It was the music. I just love the music. And there was a guy that I knew from, because I used to work in a place called Oasis.
Yeah.
Selling jeans.
Yeah.
And there was a guy called Stuart Wilson. Off his head. Loved him to death. He was so funny. But he was there like with a ribbon like this. You know, he'd be in his own
where he was
in the Reno.
Oh,
he'd be on the floor and he'd just dance like this. We're like, he was just, and
I don't remember him.
Stuart Wilson.
Go on.
He died a long, long time ago.
Yeah.
And not long after the Reno closed. He used to come into Oasis in town, and he'd just walk in your stall and in your changing room. You think, what's he doing? He'd have some box in his hand that he just took out of Lewis's, put a piece of paper and took it on, and then just get out of it.
It reminds you of that Stuart Wilson.
He was a character, Stuart. Can I just say, once in downstairs in Oasis, and my cousin, they had like the army surplus store.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And he bought like the army surplus, and he had like a gun thing going round.
The full lot.
Yeah. Walking through Topshop, took a gun out, and he went, "I'm going to shoot you." everybody
Just for the
screamed.
joke.
Wow.
And then he went, ha ha, and walked out. It was.
This
for a
day
joke.
and age, you'd
Yeah,
If
be
you would have done that,
listen,
they would have got the.
this day and age, you might have even been shot.
They would have been shot today.
Exactly. But then he just walked in like nothing had happened. Will you go in Boots and get me a bottle of Medinite? I said, no, I won't, or whatever it was that used to send him off.
He used to do mad things like, didn't he?
But he
Walk
was
in the
so
store
nice, though.
with a
He was
white
so
joke, with a
nice.
white coat on. Walk out with the telly.
The whole of
But then-
the whole of that time was wild.
It was
though, wasn't
wild.
you know, compared
You
to
wouldn't
now.
see him, or then you wouldn't see him, and then I'd go in like the Reno, like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and there he was. Look at this, Stuart.
I said, I don't know what drugs you're on, but I looked up, tried.
But
Yeah.
he was a really nice guy.
I think he was on bloody Purple Hearts, bloody LSD, bloody what, all put together.
But Ray used to come in Oasis and get his jeans.
So
off
you
me.
knew each other before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, long before, yeah.
But I should have met him and didn't
Yes.
meet him. And then I can't remember, there
It
was
stunned me up.
some time.
What?
First time.
I was a bit wary of him, you know, because he had
Why?
this leather jacket on, and I thought,
Yeah.
he looks like a criminal.
A criminal man.
Went through the apprenticeship.
Was you at the time?
No.
Your criminal apprenticeship.
All right, I might have gone down a few wrong streets, but you know.
Oh, you know
straight
I
in.
love wrong streets. You can't just say that.
That was only by accident. I think it's called learning your way through life.
Yeah.
I just got danger
Yeah.
signals.
Did you?
I did, but then I was getting when one night I went in the Reno with a girl,
Yeah.
and there he was.
What
and,
year are we talking?
86, 87, about 86
Yeah.
it was. Wasn't
Yeah.
it about 86?
Of course, yeah.
And because I'd come back from Ibiza, I was living in San Antonio after the other Johnny Silva for a few years. We'll go into it.
She only dates John De Silvas. Go on.
I know that was so weird.
Members of De Silvas.
I
Go
know,
on.
it was so weird. And then Ray was in there and he said, I want you back to your car. So I said, thanks.
Oh, okay. Smooth move there, Ray. Go on.
Yeah. My ex-boyfriend had put all my tyres down on my car because he must have known I was in there.
Wow.
So
The ex-boyfriend before you went to San Antonio.
I met this guy in between.
Oh, okay.
What was his name?
Okay.
And all my tyres were down on my car. So he said, well, I'll take you, take you home. So I said, all right. And then Marie come with us, the girl I was with. And we went to his flat in Colliest. And I said, oh, it's nice in here. It's got a marine fish tank.
Ooh.
Oh,
Good
really
move there, Ray.
like
Go
it
on.
here.
Yeah,
So
I've
we
always
dropped
into the
Marie
fish
off.
tanks.
We dropped Marie off down in my side. And then we went down to Wales. This is all the same
The same day,
Yeah.
the same night, you just went to Wales.
Yeah, so it was like, we got to his
Wow.
flat about 5 in the morning,
Yeah.
had a coffee,
Yeah.
and we went down to Moss to drop Marie off. And then he says, do you fancy going to Wales?
Oh.
So I said, why not? So
Oh.
we ended up going down to Betsy Cohen.
Oh, it's lovely down
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
And have you been together ever since?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I went back to his flat.
That's when I
Yeah.
started to get into photography.
Hold on,
We were
move
friends,
over.
yeah.
She went
We
back
were
to your
friends, we
flat.
were
Go
just
on.
friends.
Oh, right.
Yeah, get on to that
basically
bit.
nothing happened. I went back to his flat. And I thought,
Yeah.
and I really didn't have anywhere to stay. I wasn't going in. I thought, I'm not going back to my mum's, so I thought I'll stay.
Oh.
So basically, from then,
Oh.
which was, we put a bit of
That's-
money together, started a little business going, and then that
No,
was
go
it.
on, tell us what the business was.
We
We
bought-
were all at it.
I think I had about 300, he had about 400,
Yeah.
so we put it together, and he bought a bar of soap and then started cutting up and selling.
Why not? Why not?
Go on, how many ounces did you
Quick
get
profit.
them for 600?
He used to cut it all up.
Wow, yeah.
In them days.
We had a flat in Didsbury as well. And
Did you?
we
On the
had,
proceeds.
we had our doggy, Fat Larry.
Oh.
There's Fat Larry.
Oh.
He used to be in the car outside the Reno.
Did he?
And
Just
one-
waiting for you to come out.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
well, we couldn't take him in because we used to take him everywhere with me.
Oh.
Been up Ben Nevis and everywhere, that dog.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
He's good.
we got followed by the police one night. And he's going, look, the police are behind us, you've had too much to drink. I said, I know, I've got a plan.
I've got a plan. Go on.
They followed us right down Princess Parkway.
Yeah.
And where the, before the cemetery, the big field, where the football pitches are on the right hand side.
Yeah.
Well, Larry was the biggest staffer you'd ever seen. He had a head on him like that.
As you can
The police van pulled in at the side of us, so I let Larry out and they drove off.
Oh,
He's going.
Great plan.
I thought, oh, I'm not getting out of the car. I was very lucky.
Yeah.
And then we went back to Clyde Road because we had a flat on
Clyde
Road.
Where's Clyde Road?
Didsbury.
West Didsbury.
It was nice. That was
near the Bullers.
Near the Bullers,
yeah. Round the corner from the
Midland pub.
Yeah. So it was lovely. It was duplex. It was really nice. It was all top floor. It's really nice. And then Ray had his flat in Colliers, didn't he?
I don't think so. I don't know, to be honest. I've no idea.
Years ago,
Yeah.
So how quick did you go from Colliers to Didsbury?
We had the two flats.
We had the two.
He kept his flat in Colliers for a while, and then
well, just let my sister live in it. And,
and then we had the flat in Didsbury, and then then we'd go to the Reno. Should we call in the Reno about
the Reno.
Half 1, half 2 in the morning. Let's call in the Reno.
What, from a club or from home?
Probably from home.
Wow.
Yeah. Or from a club. I can't really remember.
Before we had kids, wasn't it? Obviously.
But I remember Fat Larry sat in the car outside.
Oh.
Well, nobody would have attempted it because I don't think there wasn't many staffies in them days, and people used to be a bit scared.
Yeah,
They'd seen him, they'd cross over.
Oh.
Because he was a bit of a growler with other dogs. You'd ever seen another dog, and they'd go, ooh, but it wasn't vicious.
Yeah.
So how did you get to, do you know before you said, I'll walk you to your car?
Yeah.
Right, you know I'm nosy. Before you said I'll walk you to your car, had you been clocking each other in the club? You
he got me a drink.
I used to always clock. I used to go like that. I used to go, ooh, it's like they do.
Yeah, right.
What a gent, Julie, what a gent.
Yeah, no. Well, you didn't get anywhere.
Like you do nowadays.
Come on,
I was more interested in his flat.
Yeah. Gold digger. Yeah.
But it's one of them. If he tells us to jump in the fire, we'll jump in it. This one.
Will it?
Yeah.
Because she had these legs, like
What? Julie had these legs, is that what you was on to?
legs, didn't you?
Oh.
Did that? Thank you.
Nice
I can't remember.
Well, he obviously can, look.
Yeah, you still got
You're embarrassing me now.
Oh, no, don't be embarrassed. It's lovely.
No, what it was, when I used to go down, because I used to go down, like you do around in town, and you go to, you walk about.
He was always on his own.
Right. I used to go out on my own, I used to
always on his own.
And then I used to meet up with guys along the way, like if I went out with anyone, with Dennis, because Dennis used to bring me now and again. He said, come on, we're going out for a drink. And there used to be another guy, don't see much of him now, Ray Thompson. He was an artist guy. He's a chef. He does lectures now, like a professor.
Wow. He does lectures where?
Everywhere, all the colleges and everywhere. There's like high up in the catering chef, business. And he was one of Dennis's friends, very close friends. He got it through the Merchant Navy, he went to the Merchant Navy. And
became a chef in the Merchant Navy.
And then he's gone now. He does lectures on it and everything. Got a big house in Prestwich. Don't see much of him now, since Dennis went.
Yeah.
It was Paul at first. He had a brain hemorrhage.
Did he? I didn't know that.
He was found in his flat. Do you remember Paul Udon?
No, I know
Paul
the name.
Udon. He was another Reno lad. He had all the main clubs in town. Blueberries, he had that.
Is he still around?
No, he's died.
Okay.
He died. Don't know what he died of. Things like heart attack or maybe blood
When
clot.
you said blueberries, I remembered.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he's got
Yeah, nice guy.
Yeah.
Oscars.
I can picture you there.
Slack Alice.
Slack Alice.
The Millionaire Club.
Yeah.
And then we'd all go in the Reno.
Yeah.
All end up in, so you got all walks of life.
ago.
That's what I liked about the Reno, because despite.
And the guy who started the Ascender off, he used to go in the Reno. What was his name?
Wilson.
Tony Wilson.
No,
I've seen him in there.
In the Reno.
Yeah, I've seen him there a few times. But because
So
at
you were
first
saying there was all walks of life.
I couldn't get in yesterday. Then as soon as I seen Tony, oh yeah, go in,
Yeah.
But we should say all walks of life in the Reno. Because at first it was like a dingy place. I thought, you know, but then when the music, you forget
It was
about
the music.
you
You
forget
forget what
about
it's,
the place.
and you forget like it's a death trap.
Yeah.
You know, and all that.
Because it's only one way in and one way out.
And
Yeah.
It was, yeah. It was.
I mean, if they had a fire, they'd be like that.
I've said before, you'd soon know who your friends were.
You
wouldn't
wouldn't go and hide in the toilet.
I fell asleep on the floor in the toilet.
Who did?
Oh.
Then, you know, because I've been stoned with the smoke. I've gone like, hold on. So I've gone in the toilet. The next thing, Phil's come in. Raymond. He says, closing down. You know, I'm like,
And nobody's woke you up in the whole of that time.
My girlfriend, because I locked it up. The girlfriend, this girl that took out there once, she buggered off. You must have given up on there. And tried the smoke cigarette, you know, the drink and all that.
Yeah.
Tell what happened when you woke up in the car.
And there was another time, let me just tell this one first. There was another time with all the lads, Ads and all everybody was there. And I've got this long leather on, when it was long leather days.
Yeah, long leather days.
And this smoke suddenly affected me. Whereas gravity was taking over.
Yeah.
So I'm stood,
You're in the Reno now.
I'm in the Reno.
Go on.
I'm stood listening to music, just like that, you know, my eyes are half closed. And then the next thing, I started leaning forward, which I didn't know aware of. So I'm leaning a bit more forward. And then all of a sudden, I've got my hands in my pockets.
No.
So can you imagine, when you've got your hands in your pockets,
you'd
have an incline of about 45 degrees, and like that. Hit the floor, face hit the floor, hands still in pockets. And the next thing,
no, man.
Ads, I think it was, waking me up. Well, I'm Ray, what's the matter? Something like that. Oh, where am I?
Where am I? The good thing about that, Ray, is we'd have all been laughing though.
I know.
You wouldn't have got much help. Go on.
That's what it's like. But nobody minded.
Nobody would have been like, oh my God, help him, do CPR. We'd have just been laughing.
Sit there and do it like that. You know what? As soon as I've sat there like that,
yeah.
I think one of the lads gave me a fucking draw.
Oh, yeah.
That's where you
Did you smoke it, Ray?
I'm still smoking, and then it started going funny again then. But this time I sat down and going funny again. I'm going out again. Bye-bye, see you tomorrow.
Fucking hell, man. Did you pass out again?
I was almost, yeah. But, you know, my head was going. Because you know when you feel it, it was strong stuff.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You know.
What your mate did to you?
Well,
I used to get paranoid and everything.
I remember that once. I was stoned out my head. I was on the chair, you know, like you do, out of it again, because it took me a while to get used to the smoke. It was strong stuff, especially the sriracha.
You know, why not just stop, Julie?
I know.
Just give it up.
You did, because it's...
give it up, it's a bad job. I know.
Because it's a drink, mixing it with a drink.
Yeah.
But I always ended up wrecked out of my head, not knowing, having a clue.
Who you are, where you are.
Phil Thorne used to talk to me. He says, "You masked up, Ray. You masked up." You know, he's saying dope for dopes. He says dopes. That's why they call it dope. You know, but I used to be in the back of the car. I was in the back of the car.
No, you forgot what Mike did to you.
This is what I mean.
Is this it? Go on.
I was in the back of the car.
He's a bit worried about this one, but surrounded by torches shining in my face.
Who's the torches from?
The police.
Police. Go on.
I think he's waking up now. Come on, Mr. So, no, he didn't know me. Come on, we'll get him in the station now. He's waking up. Something like that. Why? What's going on? You know, all these torches. Which I found out later, it was our mate, he'd give me a lift.
He stole the car.
Stole the car.
With him being stoned, he'd put him in the car and then gone back out and left him.
No, he'd got off.
Yeah. He just left you in the stolen car. Lovely brother.
He couldn't wake me up.
He just fucked off.
So he just fucked off, because I think the police, as it happened, at the time, the police must have said, Can I have a look in your boot?
Oh, what was in the boot?
So he went out with a couple of electricals.
Okay.
And then the next thing, he was like that. He went like that, leaned on the bonnet. And then he went, shut the bonnet on his hands, on the policeman's hands.
Did he?
and then got off.
Got off.
Meanwhile,
300 mile an hour.
Meanwhile, I'm like this.
In the front seat.
And
In the
then
passenger seat, just mind your own business.
I think I was in the back seat.
Oh, you see her in the back seat.
Yeah, I was like that. So they said, "What do you know about all this stuff then? And who's your mate?" What are you talking about?
Didn't even know where it was.
Got twisting my arms up, done all sorts in the station.
Did they?
Tried to make me to sign a confession. Well, I don't know.
A confession to theft when you was fucking out of it on the back seat.
Yeah. So they put me in Risley for a week.
Did they?
They never had it easy.
So I'm in Risley, still scratching my head, wondering what's happening. Anyway, our mate comes the next day and he says, I brought you some dog, in a sandwich.
Right.
Something like that. He says, I've got to make a confession. And he explained it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, fucking bastard. I said, I've not made any confession though. Anyway, I got off with it because they couldn't prove it.
Well, what can they prove? You're asleep in the back of a car.
Yeah, well, that's what I told them.
That's what I
told them.
So what are they proving?
It was
I
the
said,
name.
I stuck to my guns.
Yeah.
I gave him my name.
And Johnny.
And I
Johnny
said,
was a rogue as well, so
Yeah,
they all
definitely.
all knew
all I got out of
Johnny.
it.
It was more.
All I got out of it was a bit of a black eye.
Like,
From your beating.
A week stay in Risley. It got flung out because I couldn't prove it, and they accepted my story. It says, well, I think I got a bit of a fine at the end of it. It says, well, I don't know. I was drunk. I was out of it.
I think the picture, the image that's stuck in the head, right, is you on the back seat and the torches.
No, that was it. That was the most frightening thing because I thought, what's going on here? Because your head's all trying to work out what's going on, and all I could see was these torches like that. Like out of a film.
Christine, Ray's sister. I was with Christine one night and we were in there, and they had a Capri outside, and it's so low, this Capri, and she says, I want salmons.
Oh yeah,
so
salmon.
Right, okay.
Salmons,
and I hit a brick.
Yeah.
I was parked just at the side of the Reno. There was a bit of a croft there, and I hit brick, and it just took me exhaust. Well, you should have heard the car.
Yeah.
And she said, I want salmons. I just want to go home. I just want to get home. The police are going to get me. Anyway, we managed to get to salmons because she was absolutely adamant.
Yeah, salmon.
Dumplings, dumplings, chicken. And we ended up getting I don't know how I did not get stopped driving
It's
home.
amazing.
You could hear the car all over.
No, without an exhaust.
Them days.
The exhaust dropped off.
When there was hardly any takeaways.
Yeah.
Everyone was
I said, I'm never going out here
again.
again.
There's salmons.
Everyone's
Salmon street was good, man.
Everyone got.
Wasn't it? Salmon's dumplings was excellent.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, and the little chunky curry goat, the little chunks was great.
Yeah, it was. It was worth.
Everybody went there, didn't they?
Yeah.
It was worth getting in a taxi even just to go all the way down.
Yeah, to
Well,
Salmon.
we're driven from Colliers, we're driven from Didsbury just to go to Salmon's late at night. Yeah.
Give us a Reno story, Julie. Come on, give us one of yours. Apart from the lecherous person looking at your legs.
I was talking to Fonzo's auntie, and she was telling me like Vera. She's about 75 now, and she used to go down to the Reno with Fonzo's mum. She was telling me because she was in my house the other day when we was having a look at the video with Fonzo on, and she used to go down there with his mum, and she said it was all Calypso. It was fantastic.
It used to be Calypso.
She was talking about people, the older ones that used to watch them, what you were doing in there, And,
she's got to do one.
Yeah.
She's got to do one. Is Vera, how's she related?
Vera Codd.
How's she related?
The Bullers was either her auntie, I think she was her auntie, or
she
her mum's sister, I think. They're related anyway. In some way.
Yeah. You have to give her my number.
Yeah, I have done as come down. Because Vera's got the older stories.
No, exactly.
She'll say about
She's a character, Vera.
Alphonse, because she's related, isn't she?
Yeah, she's related to
She was
them,
surprised when she seen Alphonse.
Yeah. They've got traveller's blood in them as well.
Yeah, they have. The
From the
mummy's
past,
definitely
And
traveller.
Vera has, and she definitely has. Because
Oh,
she loves to wheel
brilliant.
and deal.
Does
She loves a bargain.
So she lives over your end?
Yeah, she lives just at the back of me. We're good friends. Yeah,
Right.
Vera.
No, brilliant. Definitely getting a number. Got
Yeah.
to get the
My
oldest
dad
one.
will do.
I think my dad even went down there, you know.
Did you?
The Reno. My dad,
Yeah.
because apparently, like the Reno, years
The
ago,
Nile.
it didn't open until about, I think it
Round
was
the corner.
the 40s. I'm sure it was.
The Reno opened in the 40s.
Yeah.
Go on,
right,
keep going.
You know, and it was like, it used to be a Calypso club, right? And it was like a place where, you know, the
And the Nile was
ex-servicemen,
reggae.
Yeah.
Now I know the Nile.
ex-servicemen used to go there
Nile.
years ago, you know, the ex-servicemen. So my dad used to mention, when I was young, and he used to tell me about the Reno, he said, oh, I think I've been there. But I think where he went was more the Nile, which
Right.
was upstairs.
Yeah. I've heard, I don't know how true it is, that
I can't quote the exact date, but I think it was around about either the late 40s or the, you know what I mean?
yeah, I've heard that, I don't know how true it is, or someone's just put it in my head, that old Africans from the ships used to sleep in there.
Well, that's
Yeah.
right, yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was like a salvation.
Yeah.
army.
Yeah,
that's
I
right,
think.
yeah.
Oh, so it's true.
Yes.
So that's where
Yes.
your dad went.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know whether, you know, like people just make things up.
Because my dad
Yeah.
emigrated, he went absent without leave.
He was in the French Foreign Legion.
He was in the
Wow,
French
the
Foreign
French
Legion,
Foreign Legion.
and then he went absent without leave, and he
Well, they would
joined the
have had to. They
merchant.
wouldn't have let him go, would they?
He joined the
Yeah,
merchant navy
Mm.
to get on the boats to come over here,
Mm.
and then he married my mum.
Where's your dad from?
Guinea-Bissau,
Where's
Portugal.
that?
Portugal.
No, Guinea-Bissau's off.
Well, it's not
It's below the Gambia.
Oh,
But that's
okay.
where it's a Portuguese colony, so it's actually from
Oh,
slavery.
Never heard
Yeah.
of this.
Guinea-Bissau.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I don't know whether
His mum
Raymond Manuel, that's his dad,
Brazilian.
he was Brazilian somewhere as well.
He's Brazilian,
The
wasn't
grandma, but I don't know. I know he's lived in Lisbon,
he? I think
and he was bilingual. He spoke about 4 or 5 different languages.
Wow.
his sister was Lucy, I think it was. Sister.
This is your dad spoke 4 or 5 different
Yeah.
Oh
languages?
yeah.
Like what?
Through
French, Portuguese, Spanish,
African,
Because of the French Foreign
Spanish,
Legion.
English.
Portuguese.
British.
Wow. And he spoke them
He
fluent?
spoke
Yeah.
fluent, yeah.
Wow, man.
So he didn't go, you know.
When was your dad born?
Sorry?
When was your dad born?
I don't think he knew.
That's a
It's
good
in Southern
question.
Cemetery at 69, but I think he was older. I don't think he
Yeah.
knew his own age.
I think my dad
Right,
was,
wow.
yeah, I'm not too sure. They never used
He
to
was a
tell me.
lovely man. He'd give you his last pound.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was
where
so
was your mum
nice.
from?
My mum was from Devon.
Geordie.
She's a Jordan.
Was she? Did you still have the accent?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's one of them
Now and
accents, isn't it?
again.
He comes out with
I'll
certain
come out with
words.
Certain words I do.
Yeah.
My mum was Irish and I say film, not
Yeah.
film.
Yeah, well, that's what my mum
Balloon.
said. She
Yeah.
said film. She said, let's get the film
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was
Yeah,
lovely.
funny that, isn't it? Film.
Yeah. Where's yours from, Julie?
My dad, I was a Bantoft. It's Scandinavian
Okay.
originally on my dad's side. Mum was, grandma was a tailor. And then on my mum's side, they were from like North Manchester, Lancaster,
Right.
Meredith, Welsh.
Right.
But they were quite poor on my mum's side. She was like brought up in a 2 up, 2 down.
Was she?
Um,
In Wales.
No,
In
this is
Lancaster.
on Egbert Street,
Where's that?
off Lightdown Road.
Oh, okay.
And,
yeah, that was proper poor over that end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there
when
was
you were
6
young.
of them,
Yeah.
and they all stayed there during the war because they were badly treated by an auntie in Lancaster because his granddad sent them back up there, and that was like the old tin bath in the yard. They were quite poor.
Yeah.
But Grandma Bantoff was quite posh.
Was
she
she?
lived in
Wow.
Semi, and
Wow, how the hell have they met then in them days? That's quite a journey.
cycling.
Cycling, yeah.
They went
Oh,
all
she's-
around the fjords in Norway and everything. And,
Yeah.
they were both cyclists.
Your mum and your dad were
Cyclists.
both cyclists.
Yeah, and they met.
Your mum's dead poor
That's
and your dad
was
is
quite
quite
wealthy.
well off. So how have they met?
They met at
In them days, that's quite a meeting to be poor and...
yeah.
Mm.
They met at what was the big company called in Newton Heath?
Mather and Platts.
Mather and Platts.
Mather and Platts,
What
yeah.
did
They met at
meet
Mather and
you?
Platts.
Yeah.
I think my mum was just doing
Engineering.
filing,
Yeah.
And my dad was a draftsman or something, and they met there.
Oh.
Yeah. So
you're mixed race then?
Yeah, of course I am.
You're mixed race in middle class and working class.
My
dad used to make, like a draftsman, he used to make
Granddad was a map maker.
Make parts for planes,
yeah.
The aeroplanes.
Yeah, it was for the aeroplanes.
Wow.
British Aerospace.
Yeah.
So that was on the Bantoft side.
Which one's Bantoft?
My dad's side. But my dad died.
That's a strange name. That's the Norwegian name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to,
and what's your mum's? Your mum's Meredith.
Meredith.
And that's Welsh. The Welsh. Where the Welsh.
That's Welsh.
What's your real second name? It won't be De Silva, will it?
Yeah, because
your dad's real second name, De Silva.
Yeah, De Silva. There's a big coat of arms.
Oh, it is Portuguese.
Yeah.
Portuguese.
It Brazilian. Is Portuguese, Brazilian. That's where it's most from, isn't it? Where's your mum?
My mum got.
What's your mum's maiden?
Butterfield.
Butterfield.
Yeah. Her brother was a police inspector.
Oh yeah, brother. One of the
called Reg.
Chief Inspector in London.
Reg Butterfield. Yeah. That's quite a name, isn't it?
It's like when I lost my gran.
Yeah.
When I lost my gran, he'd come up to visit the funeral.
Yeah.
About my gran and he didn't say a word about me. He didn't want to know us,
Yeah.
Why? Tell me why.
They must have looked at us like criminals,
What year was this?
40s.
Oh, the 40s.
No, 51.
No.
When you lost your gran?
Oh, when I lost my gran, would have been about the late 50s.
So he's come up in the late 50s and you are just kids, and he's
kids.
looking at you like you're criminals.
Like criminals.
Because you mixed race.
Probably dad had, any words to say about it to my dad.
Wow, man.
Because it was just...
Well,
the only thing that kept them together was my mum. But he didn't even want to know my mum.
A brother didn't want to know his sister because she's with a black fella.
Yeah.
It was big time then, wasn't it?
Everybody did that then.
But the nice thing about it
Go on, Julie.
Her mum and dad, his grandma and granddad on his mum's side, followed them all down to Manchester from Middlesbrough and lived with them and loved the children.
Oh.
So that's nice.
So even though, hold on, let me get this straight. So even though a brother wouldn't have nothing to do with it, her actual mother and her father loved you.
And he was the firstborn. And she,
I didn't realise she was the oldest.
Yeah, well, I did have a brother. Now, there's a bit of debate going on whether I think it was a twin. It was a twin I had.
You was a twin.
I was a twin.
That's what they say.
I was a twin, yeah.
Yeah.
It was called Richard.
Right.
My brother, but it died, didn't live long. He was born. But my mum didn't tell me about it.
Right.
He only heard about this a few weeks ago. One of his sisters told him.
One of your sisters or your mum's sisters?
One of my sisters.
Mum didn't have any sisters.
Oh, okay.
It's quite a small family, but she had 9 children, so you go back different ways, and I'm an only child as well.
Oh, are you?
So it's like, there's not much else there.
God, that's really intense on your side. To have a working class mum and a middle class dad and be the only child.
Yeah.
It's really intense.
I was brought because Dad died when I was only about 4 years old. He was only 30. But then I got Kevin McCann from Northern Ireland, and it was like picking in the middle.
What do you mean?
Mum and Kevin. And I was in the middle because he said, turn the light off, and I just used to totally ignore him. I used to give him hell.
Oh.
But it wasn't very nice. Anyway, he was very straight, but we learned to get on really well. And even when he died a couple of years ago, him and Kevin and Ray were really close. So it just shows like he was quite prejudiced really growing up because he was from Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
And then he had his grandchildren that he worshipped, our children.
Yeah.
That were mixed as well. And Ray, and he was like that with them. So it just shows how life can change.
Right.
Through decades. And
no, absolutely. Absolutely.
And the love that's there.
I ended up being his carer, didn't I?
Yeah. Oh, he didn't want to see me. He still was the same, but it was said like that with Ray.
I think that's great, man. And like you say, in different decades and different times, and just relationships between human beings, isn't it?
Make him a sandwich, and then I think, where's Ray? And I knew he was quite happy over at the house, and he'd stay there all day with Kevin sometimes, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
And then you go down, we had a caravan in Wales.
Yeah.
And then you go down for a week and stay there with Kevin.
Would
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Because we kept the caravan for a bit, but now I've ended up giving the caravan to my son.
Yeah.
Who just recently got married.
Yeah, it was
Aaron, he was in the Marines.
Yeah, congratulations.
and we've got 2 children,
Yeah.
so I thought it'd be nice for them to get the last years out of the
Yeah.
caravan.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
take the children down, so that's what they've done.
So did
now.
you have the caravan when the kids was little?
Yeah, we got the caravan. We got one caravan, then we got the other one, which was a really nice new double glazed, 3 bedrooms, a big one, and then so they had like happy days growing up. All the holidays in it's in Tower in Golden Gate.
Oh, it's lovely around there.
Yeah, we had bikes. We used to go right down to Llandudno and back. And then, but we always had to stop at the pub on the way back.
Oh, yeah.
But that's lovely. That's like a circle back to where your romance began.
Well, that's another thing. That's what I always thought. It's funny because we always used to go up to Fairy Glen near Betsy Cohen with the lads and have picnics up there.
Yeah,
take
Betsy
a barbecue.
Cohen's gorgeous.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Proper.
But we had our own secret place where we used to go.
Oh.
There was like a fisherman's hut there.
Yeah.
And we used to take the barbecue and everything, take some black bin liners, put all the rubbish in.
Yeah.
And we used to stay, and then the lads used to swim. It was like where Conway Falls met another river, and it was like you could swim in that bit there.
Yeah. Oh wow.
You know,
nice, fairy
it was like a fairy story scenario.
We got them believing in
and
fairies.
You know, we even said, the little flies used to fly
it's
about.
an flies, because
they used to say, there's the fairies.
Yeah.
And, my little lads, they're like big now.
Yeah.
But those days, let's go see the fairies.
Oh, that's lovely, man.
Cameron's an electrical engineer, and it was only 2 years ago. I was talking about these fairies, and he went, I thought they were real. I said, no.
Really, all that side.
Yeah.
So he must have had it in his head that these fairies were real.
But it was a lovely place.
Yeah.
I know Betsy Cohen's gorgeous.
They had all the salmon swimming up there.
Wow.
Full of salmon and everything.
Yeah, swimming up.
Brilliant, wasn't it?
Mountains.
So extremes.
Yeah.
What's the last time you went to the Reno? Do you remember?
Oh.
Maybe it was the time we fat Larry.
Could have been,
When I thought, I'm not going to drink and drive again. It's probably around because I think that's probably scared me.
Yeah.
And we probably around that time
around that time, yeah.
And then we heard it been knocked down.
Yeah, one day we drove past it.
It was like, look at that.
I know, it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was just a quick.
Filled it all in.
One minute it was there, then the next minute, wow, where's it gone? It's just straight.
I spoke to someone who said they were in the night before.
Yeah.
Not heard anything was happening, and then the next day it was gone. That's probably crazy.
It used to open in the daytimes.
Probably there'd been just one way in and one way out, no fire, because it was like when fire exits started coming in and all this. And
the building upstairs was probably falling down anyway, wasn't
Might have been, yeah. Well, like you say, we went there, and it was like even in the daytime. I used to go in the daytime on a Sunday, open up in the day.
Yeah.
It was sunny. Not like this outside. It's just walking.
I've never seen it so.
And then the thing is, when you were
I've been outside on the grass opposite.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah.
When we used to go in the Reno, it's you still think you was there at night time.
Yeah. It just had a feeling, didn't it, that when you went in, it just enclosed you, didn't it? That was it. Yeah.
Apart from being another room.
And you could hide, there was like little corners, like I used to go where the bar was. Yeah. You used to go behind there.
Yeah.
I used to
just
go
watch, people watch,
the
the
other side of the bar. And then I used to go down.
And the music.
Cool is down. Let's go down to Reno. Cool is down there playing.
Without the music, it wouldn't have been anything. It was the music that made it magical, because the music was so good.
Yeah.
And I was writing some jazz funk in the day.
Yeah.
It was the music.
I think it was something about all of us though as well, who went down. There's the music and then there's us.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? There's that kind of like connection of like, I don't know yous really well, but we've been laughing, swearing, carrying on. There's just that connection somehow.
Do
you know what I mean? In there, I don't know why we have it, but we just have it, don't we?
I mean, I can name only for guys.
Yeah.
Ali Record, he popped his face in there once. Little Junior, Snowy.
Kenny
McNeil.
Yeah.
But they'd all come in from like the millionaire clubs and places like that, and all dressed up in the suits and walking
Great,
around.
it was great. It was just a marvellous place.
But there was a big mix of that, like of walking in and looking dressed up. But then there's people who's obviously just like had a really bad row and covered in fucking blood. And then, do you know what I mean? Like there's people who's proper crazy.
You get a few of the girls, working girls, sat on the table in there as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I was in there.
All sorts.
Yeah, there was.
Right, I was in there one night. I just come out of the town.
Go on.
I had a suit on and everything. And I stood there at the bar listening to the music. And I stood next to this guy. And he was black. You know, in his overalls, black.
Black dirty.
Black.
Yeah.
Grease, black, you know.
Yeah.
And I went, alright. He went, fucking hell, is that you, Sid? Fucking Sid Wolf.
Oh, we worked on the demolition.
That's right.
That's it, you worked on the demolition. Yeah.
Okay, but I was chatting, some girls were like next to him talking to him, you know, some chatting up the women.
Yeah.
You know.
I've been in there with a guy covered in plaster, you know, like an Irish builder, head to foot in plaster. Do you know what I mean? Like, but you know, like you're saying, anything went. There's like the plaster, fucking soot. You know what I mean? The working girls, they're really dressed up. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's what it was.
The pool, should I say?
Yeah.
That's what it was. Pool
at the back.
It must have been up a chimney, you know, Sid.
Yeah.
Must have been up a chimney. So, yeah. I couldn't talk about seeing
Sid, the guy, the little girl was really ill.
Sid?
I don't know who you mean.
When we lived in Didsbury and...
yeah, it's been long. Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
because we dropped him off. He was come to our flying Didsbury, and his little girl was really ill. And I said, you must take her straight away to the hospital. And anyway, we took her. Yeah. And she had a bust appendix. Oh, wow. And then when I seen him next time, he said, thank you very much.
Well, it's died now. It's been dead quite.
Yeah.
It's died.
Yeah.
So it's like we just sat there talking a conversation until...
No, but you know.
Like this at home.
Well, we're meant to go. Don't forget, we're meant to go.
Good.
Yeah,
33 years. 33 years.
Yeah, 33 years.
Get life for that.
Oh.
I used to don't know. Little Mike Brown used to go down there. Black guy with a blue note. You know, it's amazing. You know, the only time I see all these guys now is like at funerals.
Yeah, I knew you was going to say that.
Because it's unfortunate now, we're at a time in our lives now where you lose track of everyone.
Yeah.
And like bringing to life this Reno, which it's nice to talk about and nice to reminisce.
Were you being sad? We had 3 weddings and a funeral last year, like the film.
Did you?
And this year, up to now, we've got 3 weddings.
Yeah, that's good. Touch wood, no.
Yeah,
no
it's early days,
Early days.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, but you know, it's nice to bring it all up. But then, like you say, you only see the guys when there's funerals.
Yeah, you do.
You know, I mean, I'm not seeing my mate Bunny for years, and then all of a sudden he's there. Like, wow, Bunny, give him a hug. You know, all the other guys give hugs. I've seen Julia comes up there every day, don't they?
Yeah.
You know, Adge, I'm not seeing Adge for God knows. I was hoping to bring Adge here.
Yeah.
To help me sort of reflect some of the
nice things. Memories,
yeah. Well, you can do it in the future. There's a few months to go before we go, because we're going to dig it up, you know.
Yeah.
We're going to actually excavate it.
All right.
And who's going to do it?
We are. Well, whoever wants to do it.
Brilliant.
Yeah, there's 20 places a day for 3 weeks. Is because kind of like the way that they work it. Salford Archaeology are going to like oversee it because that's their thing all the time. But you know, like on site, health and safety says there can only be 20 people a day. You know, like doing like the actual
you have
digging.
To do a bit, right?
Do a day. Yeah. Do a day. And then on the 1st of July, going to have turn it into an art installation. I'm keeping it a bit secret for now, what's going to happen, but it's beautiful what I'm going to do to it. Oh. And a big party on the site with a bonfire and everything.
Oh, brilliant.
And the real DJs.
That were there.
That was Errol Cooley's gone, but Persian, Ewan and Dr. D.
Persian,
yeah. Bring your own booze, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That'd be nice.
Yeah, it'd be great. It'd be great. And hopefully, do you know as well, start something going where we can all start practicing our art. I don't know how that's going to work out yet, but like you're a photographer or, do you know what I mean? Like all the different ways that we can start like getting projects going within our community.
It's
with
a
proper
shame.
money and
It's a shame
shit. Do
we've
you know
got
what I mean?
pictures of the Reno.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, it
It's a
is, it
shame
is.
that I didn't sort of take this interest, while the Reno was going.
Let me ask you a question though, Ray. Well, I'm going to ask it in a set-up way. Would you have felt entitled to be a photographer when you was young?
What do they mean by that?
Right, I'll tell you
In
what I
your
mean
criminal
from my...
days, would you have been like entitled?
Yeah, I've always been interested in, but like.
Why didn't you do it then when you was that age? Busy doing other things?
Yeah, I think what it was in this, when I seen David Bailey and taking pictures of all these models, and I thought, oh man, I'm going to go at that, and then I started reading up on it. But I think it was a case of getting the right camera. I mean, at first, I think it was later on in life when I started to understand a bit more about it. Because at first, at that time, I used to just think, just point the camera and shooting. I think anyone can do that.
Yeah.
But then when I began to understand
a bit more,
anything
else,
I thought, well, not anybody can do it.
It's true. I wouldn't. Yeah,
because
it's true. I was marvelling at
anyone can point a camera.
Taking these double shots where he's shaking his own hand.
Yeah,
and things like that.
Anyone can point
really
a camera
experimenting.
Yeah.
And shoot.
Yeah.
But you've got to have a bit of artistic flair about you.
Do you know what you need to do then? You know, at the actual excavation, you need to bring your camera and you need to start taking photos of people doing the dig, of, like the different layers coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And do like a little, because you could make a little book out of that.
Yeah.
You could make a proper book.
Yeah.
I'm not just saying it.
Yeah.
Because I want us all to be artists in our own right. I think that connection was to do with that, but I think because we're working class, I think all of us that was in there, I think, but because we're working class, because we're black as well, like lots of us are associated with. Yeah. From my perspective, I would never have said to someone, I'm a playwright now, I've wrote plays, whatever.
Brilliant.
I would never have said that as a teenager.
Yeah.
Oh, I can be a playwright. I was great in school, but it was a secret.
It's like,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like me. I wish I would have had that
Your talent couldn't come out.
I wish I would have had that talent then.
You did have that talent, but you didn't have that direction.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I was a bit of a tearaway then. I tell you what I did.
And you got married very young.
I got married very young.
18.
I was 19.
You know what my interest was when I was young?
Go on.
Like, I always wanted to be in a group. I mean,
a band?
We used to know, like, going back Bluemoose days, I don't know if you heard of a group called the Exits.
No.
Right, and then you've got the Sad Sweet Dreamer.
Oh, yeah, of course, Marcel.
Marcel.
Yeah, Marcel King and all them guys.
Or just sort of another one, and I've just flipping. The Real Thing, didn't
the
they
Real
go
Thing,
in?
Yeah.
The Real Thing, all them guys, Steve Davis, my mate, he was in a group, Manny, and I can't remember the name. Even I started a group years old, me and Ads.
Called what? Don't
even
look at him when he says what it's called. What was it called?
I was married to my first wife, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me, sorry.
It's alright.
I've been married, this second marriage.
Before me.
But yeah, you don't get that for murder. Anyway, married to my first wife, and we was all sat there. Ads was around the house there. We got this other guy, it was a Somalian, Mo, a big afro like that, Mo with a big afro. And he had such an unbroken voice.
Right.
He used to go, really high. Really high pitched.
Okay.
Even he'd make Smokey Robinson look like he had a deep voice, you know what I mean?
Right.
Compared to really high pitched voice, falsetto we used to call it.
Yeah.
And there was him, there was me, there was Ads, there was this other guy, Leroy, which was tone deaf.
Yeah.
So we used to always have bloody arguments with him, right? Pure arguments.
Why did you let him in the band then if he's tone deaf?
No, but at first he wanted to sing.
Okay.
Just
because he's your mate,
Yeah, like your mate.
You can't say fuck off to your mate.
But we used to have pure arguments. They say, no, it doesn't sound like that. You're going out pitched a bit.
And what was you in the band?
I was just I can make it rain.
I've heard him in a band.
I mean, he used to be like that.
A guy used to, what was it called?
Temptations.
He used to hire his equipment out and they set it up in this old house in Charlton. So he got up there, come on, Ray, and he sang "I'm a Little Red Rooster" while I was, and they played it properly while I was on the floor. I was streaming my eyes and everything laughing. It was so
No, that was I know, can you imagine it? Mick
It
Jagger.
was really serious.
Because
I
when
was really enjoying it. Really
when you take on a song,
You don't need a wife like that, Ray.
Yeah, but you never seem, just like the one, you know, with the voice and all that, you never seem to develop your own style.
What
You know,
do you
seem
He's
mean?
to
got a lot of
something.
ambition.
No, exactly
He's
that.
got a lot of
But,
ambition.
you know,
No,
how
exactly
was it?
that.
It's always going.
It was great.
No,
and we
exactly.
could go and,
Me too.
Brilliant.
yeah, we couldn't go any further
Go on, tell me why it couldn't go any further.
because this guy tone deaf and he was
That
arguing with
bastard.
him. I mean, even, you
He
know what?
couldn't get rid of
I don't know if you used to remember, right?
Go on.
We used to get this guy called Tony, Black Tony, and he was our choreographer. He was
Oh,
like-
aye.
And he used to do all the shuffle dancing, you know,
Yeah.
like the moves.
Yeah.
Him and he used to be Flapper. Flapper was a
Oh,
good
yeah,
dancer.
flopper man.
But we couldn't get hold of Flapper, so we got this Tony.
Yeah.
And he was like, black guy, he used to go around doing demos in different clubs.
Right.
There was him, and there was this other guy called, I think he was called Leroy. Two of them used to dance. They used to sort of face each other. They used to do all this. And then the next thing, one of them used to do splits, slide right under his legs and get up. And then there was Benny. He said, I'll take part in this. You know, Benny, 'cause he used to play the bass.
Yeah.
Gold tooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he always reminded me of Curtis Mayfield.
Yeah.
He always very,
Yeah.
very
He was
smart
funny
and
then,
best.
eh? He was a
Funny. I always used to come into Reno with a girl in each hand.
Yeah. I've seen him like Alice and in the
Yeah.
Millionaire Club.
Everybody had these like overblown ideas, didn't they?
I know.
Well, how can I look cool? Let me get two women.
Oh, that's like it. That's like it.
Yeah, no, exactly. One on each.
it's
A gold tooth and two
And he
women.
said,
like.
you know, big wild acts, and he said, play it,
Oh, yeah.
And white. Yeah, the big hat.
Yeah. Do you remember Stan and his canes? Not Stan Finney.
Yeah. Gold top.
Yeah.
I've got one of them.
Yeah.
No, gold top.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all that. It was and the cape.
Cutting style.
Sure,
Yeah.
had a cape.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I used to love that film because I used to shake my head and think, hey, that's like us down the Reno. You know, when
Which
Superfly.
film? Oh, Superfly.
Superfly. We had all the music out.
Yeah.
We downloaded it all.
Music.
And
I love Superfly, the whole album.
Rock
Yeah.
Creek Park and all the old ones and
Yeah.
loads of the old
Yeah.
Reno tunes.
I used to love all them guys.
Well, we're going to play in that now. I'm not having anything but authentic Reno. If you try
Yeah.
coming with some modern shit,
Oh,
man, I'm going
no,
to
it's
turn
got to
gangster.
be, yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I'm going to turn proper gangster.
Yeah, the Blackbirds and all them ones.
Yeah,
Herbie
I
Hancock.
remember.
Yeah.
I've got Herbie Hancock on my hand, look.
Yeah.
And I was right into all his music, you know, Chameleon and all
Oh,
that.
Herbie, yeah.
Yeah.
I love one that always reminds me of the Reno. There's two albums. Is Morning, Noon and Night.
Yeah.
Yeah, and oh shit, The World Is a Ghetto War.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
The World Is a Ghetto.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love them two
I used to have them
albums.
albums,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And what was that other one?
And I didn't realise at the time actually how political they are. You know, you're just young and you're just listening to music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when I listen to them now, I think, God, they was really
Like
goddamn
Martin Luther
saints,
John
innit?
and all that.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
played that at Johnny's funeral and it was all in
Oh.
tears. It was so beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it
was
It's
in the
one of them
church as
songs,
well.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Of course, because at the time as a kid, I just thought they were
priest's
just
wife
names.
I loved
But,
it. She was in tears. She was crying more than anybody else.
Who
oh,
was that?
yeah.
Johnny's funeral.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was lovely.
Oh.
So nice.
But
Yeah.
such good memories, you know, and they were all played, a lot of them tunes were played at the Reno.
Yeah.
You couldn't hear tunes anywhere else like that.
No,
you
it's
didn't.
true.
You know,
And they
it's-
were political, yeah.
They were. I didn't like. It's
Yeah.
only as an adult say now that I listen to them and I think like that. You know, like you just said, Mark. At the time, what is it, Martin Luther?
Luther King, he was
Yeah,
assassinated.
but at the time I
But
didn't put that together. I just
together
heard
now.
these names, everybody, you know,
it
like
just
on a line
sounds
the
good.
tune.
Yeah.
I think I was about 50 when I realised,
Yeah.
oh, those are real names.
Yeah.
Do you know, like a dunce.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
love that. And that got me right into music. I mean, Gil Scott-Heron.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I
There's
think
another.
The Revolution Will Not Be Televised.
Yeah.
Super classic.
Yeah.
Super classic.
Yeah.
George Benson.
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
know, they were all
yeah,
classics. You know,
Yeah.
nowadays.
Yeah, the instrumental George Benson was really
Yeah.
good.
yeah,
Crusaders.
yeah.
Yeah.
One of my all-time favourites is The Whispers.
Oh yeah.
All the Way.
Yeah.
I love it. It's one of my
yeah.
favourite all-time.
All the way. That was a tune.
Reno record.
Reno,
yeah,
proper Reno
yeah,
tune.
yeah.
Proper Reno. What was that other tune? No, that's I wrote a tune down here. Just have a look.
Get in with his
No,
notes.
it's
The bastard's got notes. He'll have a fucking outfit in a minute.
You've not seen him at home.
No.
He plays snooker at home. And,
Hey, yeah.
and his head's going like that.
Fat Larry's band.
Which
That's
one? Mandy was saying it the other day.
Fat Larry's band. I forget what it's called, but it was a
Oh,
tune.
shit,
And
man.
80s Ladies. That was
Yeah.
another one, 80s Ladies.
Fat. Oh, you can. I've got.
Fat
I'm
Larry.
on
I
that.
can't
Fat
think of the tune, but
Reno tune.
there was the Fatback band. Then
Yeah.
there was Fat Larry's band.
Yeah, Fat Larry's band.
No,
That
there was one
band.
particular tune, and then there's Al Giro. There was.
Oh yeah, Al Giro. Roof Garden always makes you think
Yeah.
of Frank.
Them were all the reaching. I was trying to get a collection. I was trying to get a collection of all the tunes together. You know, and like I said, I'll have to get.
Persian Union and Doctor whatever should do that.
Yeah,
they should
they're
do
like-
a
yeah,
compilation,
they should.
Yeah,
shouldn't
they
they?
should. And
You
the
know, like
album,
of classic
We'd buy
remix
them.
tune. No one
Yeah.
would.
I'll tell you
Instead of
what,
us sat here going, oh, do you remember that? We'd
Yeah.
all have
I'll
it.
tell
it's
you
just
what.
you can download anything these days.
Yeah, exactly. So you could do anything.
Anything.
I've got some tunes at home, which I'll probably let you know.
Yeah.
You know.
I've always been rubbish at collecting music. Mine's books.
But I can get some
Yeah.
good tunes. I've now got loads. I've got all the new stuff. You know.
Yeah.
All this house. You know, the house music. Because I'm writing some. I like the music. You like
Yeah,
music,
yeah.
don't you?
Yeah, yeah.
You
I
know?
like all the new music.
I'm
Sometimes-
great at music in someone else's house. I'm like, oh, but I hardly ever play music. I must be honest. I read more.
Yeah.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
sometimes they put some music on. I'm saying.
It's nice and peaceful here.
I'm saying, oh, can
Yeah,
you
I
turn it
like
down?
peace.
I'm saying,
Nice for you.
now's not the time to listen to music.
Who you?
Me. definitely.
Now's not the
I'll
time.
tell you the
Very
times.
soon.
I bought Club Prosecco later. We both up.
When
music.
should
No,
Yeah.
absolutely.
My son's bought us a pair of little speakers.
The
We
kids are
put
banging.
on the big one now on the television. We
The kids are
scream
banging
it.
on the floor.
Get dancing.
Turn that music down. So I'm trying to get to sleep. You know, that's unusual from young lads, isn't it? You know, like Ryan.
He's a games guru though.
Yeah.
He's
Or
a
Cameron
future
is
works
studying.
Manchester games design.
Or that
He's there
Cameron.
through the night.
Yeah.
So are you going to do that, Ray? Are you going to come in with your camera
Yeah.
and
yeah.
just take pictures? You don't know what you'll capture as a shot. That'd
No.
be great,
I'll
man. You
love
should
it, yeah.
definitely do.
I'll love
That's a proper
Give us a
project.
shout when. And then,
I will definitely.
He's got a good camera.
Yeah, no, definitely, I
'Cause,
will.
yeah, I'll play about with it. And,
Yeah.
you know, because that's only about 1% of the photos that I've got.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got big, but now the beautiful thing about taking photographs now, you can do it all on digital.
Yeah, absolutely. So you
So,
can do a
like-
million shots and get your best shot.
You
Yeah,
can get your best
yeah.
shot, you can put it on
Without
like
it
this.
costing a fortune.
Yeah, you can put it on
They
a
are
little.
quite old pictures because for the past 10
Yeah.
years we've just been putting them on like you do. You don't,
Put 'em
on a
you
little
don't get the
USB.
development anymore, do
Oh,
you?
yeah.
No.
Put 'em on a
But then you lose
little
them.
flash.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but you could
wonders.
make a really nice book or something. You could
You could,
really
yeah.
have fun,
Yeah.
with a target,
Yeah.
to focus your mind. And
Yeah, you could.
you
Yeah.
couldn't you? And
Yeah,
different
I mean,
shots you get.
All them there, they're all film. A lot of them film.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In fact, they're all filmed, them, aren't they? All took on film.
Yeah.
Whereas now you can take them on digital.
The old ones aren't.
I'll move the camera down at the end and take a shot off the floor because it looks great.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the day. Anything else you wanted to know?
I think we've run out. We can do other ones. I think we've run dry. Should we have a
Run
thing?
dry.
Should we have a cig?
Yeah, let's have a.
Let's have a break and
I'll
a
have a
cig and a
coffee.
brew.
Yes.
Right, let me take
Why
a picture
not?
of the floor. Because when I move the camera, it looks terrible. But, yay, that's a wrap.